guys, welcome to another tarot reading. Our topic for today is why it never worked out with them. So, whomsoever you are asking about, why things did not work out with the person you are asking about, we are going to explore that. We are going to read in depth why things could not work out between you two, what could have been possible reasons for it, right? Like always, I would be putting up the image on the screen. From there, you can choose pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, whichever pile suits you or attracts you the most. These are general readings or may and may not resonate with you. And from the description box, you can see the respective timestamps for your readings. And if you wish to book a personal reading with me, kindly DM me on Instagram, or you can also mail me on healwritetarot@gmail.com. Further information is already given in the description box. Now, without wasting any more time, I will see you on the reading. Hello, pile one. If you chose this pile, let's see for you why things never could work out with the person on your mind, right? So, whomsoever you're asking about, we are going to see why it could never work out with this person. So, the cards we have for you are we have Cauldron, Teacup. Wow. So, pile one, first message here for you is that, when you met this person or when this person entered your life, you had this wide pool of expectations or an unrealistic approach towards this person. Like, this person would bring as if what not into your life, or if you get into a relationship, or their presence or their company would bring as if what not into your life. With this cauldron card here, it seems like you felt that as if a miracle might happen if you get attached to this person or you start dating this person. But the reality was very different with the teacup card here. It seems like you know uh, imagining castles in the air, and when you actually start being with this person, actually you start talking to this person, you realize that however your mind made you think this way, the reality was actually this. It was very small or very shallow. So it's like being in some sort of a bubble and living a very different kind of reality altogether. Let's see further. Exactly, it's like having so much high expectations from someone, maybe because of some superficial reasons, like maybe because they're attractive or the way they portray themselves in public, or maybe just they are very good with words, they're very charming, and realizing every day with every passage of time that this is not who they are actually. And this leads to frustration, this leads to suffocation, because let's go for it's actually giving me a very frustrated vibe already. We are going to see from tarot. Now we have the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, okay, and then we have the Five of Wands. Pile one, the reason this connection could never work out was because you both, first, you both are in no communication at all. You both have blocked each other, or one of you definitely blocked another from all the platforms, from all the social media platforms. Like, there is no communication at all. Think first, one thing here is that you both were very strong headed. You both were like two individual swords, and whenever any argument, whenever any topic came, must have come between you, where you both had very strong opinions about it, nobody was ready to bend, nobody was ready to you know um, move away or just take a step back, because you both are so strong headed people. And this, I think, most of the conversations you had were highly opinionated. And with the Five of Wands card here, it also shows that there was no solution, there was no conclusion at the end of the day. It only, the reason the news and the Five of Wands has come up together is because there there was no common ground between you both, even though because first you both had very strong personalities, you both were not flexible at all. And even if one of you try to to accommodate some their opinions, or to accommodate their way, it could not last long, because that's not your nature. You are also very highly opinionated, right? Now one thing here with the teacup and the cauldron card aligned with the king of swords and the queen of swords energy, it always shows us that um the person you dealt with, like I said, they could be very charming with their words, they could be very lofty in their thoughts, right? But you on the other hand just are not just very strong headed, or you're not just have a very open mind, but you have no space either for shallowness, shallow thoughts, or you are very crisp, you're very cut and clear about your words, or what your thoughts are. So it's like, if this person might have manipulated you, if this person have showed you like, if they have communicated something else, or they might have been assertive or very dominating, in the sense that this is what I'm saying, this is how it should be, you don't have space for that at all. You don't have space to let anyone manipulate you, to let anyone say you anything of uh, any, you know having very using very lame words, or using very um, you know abusive words, or in similar lines. You have no tolerance for that. There's zero tolerance within you, right? And this is how it should be. Why would you let someone else disrespect you, right? And the thing with the king of swords and the cauldron card here, it's also that there's a manipulation involved, and this person might manipulate you in a certain way that they come off very strong, like their opinions, their arguments, their statements might come off very strong, that you might sometimes believe them, like really trust them, that what they're saying might be right, but that's not the case. Or it's in their head, they might have felt that what I'm saying is very um, good, or it's very realistic, or it's very true, or I'm very intelligent, or I have more lots of experience, and whatever I'm saying is coming from some kind of authentic source. But when it falls into your ears, right, when you hear it, you realize that no, what this person is saying is very shallow, it does not make sense. It And so you counterattack them, right? You counterattack them with your opinions, with your arguments, and that caused conflict, because this could be the person who might have been someone who has not the tendency to listen to counter arguments. Maybe everyone till now might have accepted what they said, or did not argue with them, because people already know that's what their nature is. They don't bend, they remain very strong in their opinions, and they don't give space, or they have no sense of flexibility. But you did not you counter attacked them, you gave your opinions, you gave counter arguments, which led to this suffocation, which led to this frustrations. One thing here is very clear with this reading, that pile one, neither you nor this person you are asking about had space, or had flexibility for each other's opinion. So it's not just this person you're asking about was very um, you know um, rigid, but so are you. The only difference between you and this person is that you are not the one who go on lens manipulating someone, or you don't have that much of stamina or strength to send, for example, some lengthy paragraphs about how you're feeling or expressing yourself. You're very um, like cut and crisp, in the sense you maybe in one liner you can say everything that you're feeling. You need not to read paragraphs, right? While this person has lots to say, this person has lots to speak. And one thing here for sure is that this person thinks that whatever they're saying is right. that it is coming from somewhere very authentic, very deep, after having analyzed a lot. And that created all this rift, that created all this chaos between you both, and that is why this thing could never work out. This, the news card here only is giving us a kind of a full stop vibe, that this connection could not go any further because there was no space from either of you to understand another person. It's like two swords coming together and fighting, like literally. You don't have space for shallowness, pile one. You don't have space for understanding someone's lack of depth, right? If something feels bitter or something falls very bitter when you hear it, or feels very shallow, you stop it right there, right then. You really, call that person that, like, what the hell are you speaking? Why are you talking this way? This is not how you treat me, or this is not how you talk to me, right? But the person who dealt with pile one had this air around them, or maybe they have this image of themselves that, I am something, like a sense of air, maybe because of their degree, maybe of their education qualifications, they feel this way about themselves. But they have this air with, around them, which, let me clarify this king of swords once. I'll take another card. Please clarify with one card. Bottom of the deck, we have the king of wands. I think this person either has a false image about themselves, or they think, that whatever they are advising you, telling you, if they are being so rigid or strict with you, or with anyone for that matter, it is coming from an intention of care. It is coming from an intention of safety and security, nurture, right? So it's like they, no matter what kind of arguments you both might have had while you both were together, right? But it's first, you both are of equal stature, you both are of, uh, you know like, there is no imbalance in the sense that you both are very strong personalities, you both are very strong headed, right, in that sense. But with the queen of pentacles, the cauldron, and the king of swords card, it seems like the person you dealt with always felt that whatever they are, if they're coming so strong or so dominating on you, it's only coming from a sense of care. It's coming only from a sense of security and nurture and stuff like that. So they felt this way, right? But they did not realize that how it's affecting you, how it's, falling onto your ears, whatever they are talking about, whatever they're saying. So in their head, it felt like, whatever they're speaking, however they're treating you, whatever they are telling you, it's very magical, or it's very, something of the high realm, or something very, which should be respected, that their words, quote unquote, should be respected, right? But how it came towards you was with the teacup card here, was like, being very shallow, having a small talk kind of stuff, not having any kind of depth, not having any kind of quality, just saying for the sake of saying it, but not feeling to their core, not really feeling it, just saying it because that's how it rolls. For example, saying that I love you, or that take care, good night, it's coming out of a mechanical way, from an intellectual way, because this is how it should be, or this is how it's supposed to be done, but not actually feeling it. They're not feeling that love, they're not feeling that care, and that led to lots of frustration from your part, that what is this. And sometimes it also feels in this connection, it could not work out because you felt as if you could not be open and vulnerable to this person, that you always have to be in this guard, you always have to be in a very proper manner, and there's no space for you to flow either. Maybe, it's like whatever you said, if you give your opinions, or if you, um, argue with them, or just having a normal conversation with this person might have never felt like a normal conversation. For them it might have felt that you are arguing. Even if you're putting up your thing, if you are just giving your opinion, that, oh, for example, you both saw a movie, now they have certain views regarding that movie, and now you also have maybe different views regarding the same movie. So they felt that you are somewhere saying that they are wrong, that no, they're not right, that their views are not right, their opinions are not right, or they are wrong in the way they are perceiving that movie. So it felt like an attack to them instead of a normal opinion or a normal conversation, right? And this eventually, in the long run, in the long term, it only led to more conflict, more struggle to maintain peace in this connection. There could never be peace in this connection because the words that are used, the arguments that have been shared, or all the conflict that happened was always based either on why this person is not accepting whatever I'm saying, why are they not agreeing with me, why they have to always counter me, why they have to always go against me. And it's also because you could also be an air sign, or the person you dealt with could also be an air sign. Earth sign is also reflected here, but the major crux, or the major reason why this connection could have never worked out, is because of the conversation, the communication you both had with each other. You are very lofty in your thoughts, pile one, but the way of communicating one thing could also be in a much softer, in a politer sense, but that did not happen. That just was not there. One opinion was more dominating on the other, and that dominating of some dominating someone, um, every time they have a communication, a conversation, anything, only gives us a sense of suffocation, frustration, instead of giving us some space to be comfortable with that person, or to find some peace and safety. The surprising thing though here is that this person never felt that they were wrong. They only felt that their intentions were always right. So even if they were rude to you, even if they were strict to you, even if they could have sounded sometimes very harsh or dominated, it was coming from a very nurturing place. So they never might have agreed to your, if you said that you are sounding very rude, or you are this and that. So they never agreed with that. Nobody was flexible, nobody bent, nobody said I'm sorry, nobody said okay, I will improve or I will evolve. It never happened. So things just led to one thing on the other. It kept piling up instead of cleansing or clearing that stuff out. It just kept building up, and that's why this connection could never work. And even if if you have continued, it's like there was no breath. Like, as simple as that, this connection did not have that breath, that space to breathe in coolly, calmly, normally, because it was always about being. It's like being in a court case, and every word of yours is taken into measurement, whether, oh, what this intended, what this meant. So you were being in a constant surveillance, being in a constant judgment, so that is why this connection could not work out by one. So if this reading resonated with you, kindly like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And if you wish to book a personal reading with me, kindly DM me on Instagram at tarot_reads197, or you can also mail me on healwritetarot@gmail.com. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this pile, let's see for you why things could never work out with the person on your mind, right? Why? So let's see. First, we have solitude, then we have the eel, and then we have the lantern. Oh god. Okay, so pile 2, the person you're asking out could be the first person you ever been with, like maybe they were your first relationship, or that was the first person you ever fall in love with or started dating, right? For most period of time you are someone who has been single, right? You're But this person who entered your life, with whom you started a relationship or you started dating this person, they were of very different nature than yours. They were more on the fun side, they were more on the casual side, while you are someone who is serene. You are someone who is much more um grounded, in that sense, or for you relationship things or connections matters. You put value in those things, while the person you dated, did not intend or did not enter this relationship thinking of something long term. They did not enter thinking that it might lead to marriage someday. They were very fun and casual in this sense, right? And you know you, on the other hand, were someone who is more, also you're more understanding, and you're more genuine in that sense. Let's see further more from tarot. We have the Seven of Cups, the Page of Wands, the High Priestess card. Exactly, pile two. Why things could never work out with this person you are asking about is because, first, for you in your head, love is something unimaginable. Love is something which is very, you know, um, high, something which is like a dream come true for you. Like it is something which really, like love is like a dream. Like how would it be if you fall in love with someone? It's all dreamy. Why? For the person you were with, for them, first, they were not as mature as you were. They've This could also be, at an age of early 20s for few of you. They were more, like, okay, we'll see what happens next. But it was just one thing, a part of life, but not life itself. While for you, love could be everything, right? And you, with the High Priestess and the Lantern card pile too, also the interest in your tarot readings or on the spiritual side might have also increased or initiated after you have been in contact with this person, after you have dated this person, or after you have got your heart broken with this person, right? Then also, you might have got into all these things of tarot and all, right? The things could never work out. The main reason I will say is difference of personalities. This person was not mature like you were even then. This person was more on the casual side. They were just experimenting, seeing, being very non-serious about dating and stuff, while you, for you, it was like a dream. This was also because pile 2, you might have, for most of you, you might have not had been in a love connection before. You might have not been, you know dated someone before, and this could be the first person you ever dated in your life, right? And that is why also, your way of perceiving love and their way of perceiving love was very different. You would rather be alone than just be with anyone, while this person is okay to go and explore and stuff like that, right? Because again, the level of seriousness is very different. You are also an introvert pile too. You get the vibes, you understand the vibes, the energies of other people, so you don't mingle yourself with everyone. You are very much connected with the intuition, with the gut, so you don't allow yourself to be in everyone's company, no matter whom it is. You have that kind of boundary or caution within yourself, right? um, and also, when this person entered your life, Paltu, you could be feeling a bit alone, you could be feeling a bit lonely. And with the Seven of Cups, this person might have also made you dream somehow, like, when if we get together or stuff like that, how would our life be? So this person really made you dream. They really made you dream, like maybe our life together, what we will do, where we will go, what kind of life we will create together, and all that stuff. But the interesting thing here to note is that, even though this connection might have started with the Seven of Cups, where you're full of dreams, you're full of, castles in the air, and your head is all over the place, that I don't know where it's going, but let's try. Or maybe what they're telling, this person, what they're showing us or telling us might come true eventually. And ending with the lantern and the high priestess card, where you hit reality, where you get face to face with the truth, where you also grew in wisdom a lot. You evolved a lot spiritually as well, pile 2, after meeting this person, because of the experiences this person gave you, because this person made you realize the reality or truth of a so-called dating life, or of so-called love, right, relationships. They made you realize the truth. It's not like they intended to, but for example, if we have been single and this is the first person we ever dated in our life, before that we have lots of dreams of what a love relationship could look like, right? Maybe we have seen it in the movies, we have read it in the books, and that's what we project, right? But as you go through this thing, you realize something more. You realize that it takes two to tango. It takes more than just love or attraction, right? Maybe you also realize that attraction is the tiniest part of a relationship of love. It needs two mature adults. It needs a mature person who shares similar values and morals like you do. And that was the difference between you both. You both were very different in terms of your morals, your values, your beliefs, how you see the world, how did they see the world, what love was them for you, for them. Everything was very different, pile two. Very different. It could never work out because, Paitu, you were never in alignment with this person. And I think it took you some time to accept this truth. It took you some time to really accept this fact that, things could not work out with this person, because initially, with the Seven of Cups and Solitude card here, it seems like you were going through your own thing, right? Maybe in terms of your career, maybe in terms of your education, whatever it was, you were going through your own stuff, and maybe you just needed someone to be with, right? It's not like, and so this person entered your life with the eel and the page of wands, and you felt like, okay, why not? Um, and it's like, already having that nudge, already having that intuitive knowingness that maybe things will not go very long term with this person, but maybe I could be wrong, only to realize that you were right all this time. So it's not like, and I don't think this person ever understood you, Pile, too, because they had a very different world. They had a very different personality. There was not even a match of the page of wands in the eel card here. It's like you are an introvert and this person is an extrovert, so you would rather be at home watching movies on your own, and this person would want anyone, just someone's company is all they want. So this is that kind of vibe, and on the most part this could be you in this connection, who was more understanding, more mature, and that is why this connection might have also worked longer than it could have instead, right? Maybe because you were more understanding, you understand the dualities of life, you understand something more deeper, you are more empathetic, right? And that is why this connection worked as much as it could work. But ultimately you had to let this intuition of yours take the lead. You had to give into your intuition ultimately, right? Initially, pile 2, when this connection started, you were not very confident about yourself, you were not very sure about yourself, you did not really know what was going on in your life, you felt like you had no control, and that is why things could work out with this person as well, even though they themselves were not very mature, very experienced. It's just that they were more chill. That's the word I have for them. They were more chill, they were more casual, right? They were more like कि, um, we'll see what happens. Let's take one day at a time. Just be more spontaneous. They might have told you, right? But that's not what you wanted, to be just in a moment, to be more spontaneous. You wanted something more stable, solid, something on which you could see your future, or could you see the long term thing. But this person mindset is not that way at all. It's very difficult for me to wrap my head around the fact that you both ever were together and how it actually worked, because this person comes from a very different mindset altogether. So yeah, the only reason I would um, the cards or this reading is giving me as to why things could never work out between you and the person you're asking about is a, because of maturity difference that you had in this person had. There was vast maturity difference. You are much more wiser, you are much more empathetic, you are much more, put value into these relationships and love, while they are much more on the fun and easy side, that they don't really, it doesn't really matter to them. And especially at that age, when they met you, that about long term or anything like that, they were more casual, and they had, like, they also, intimacy is coming up. So in that sense, maybe pile 2 for you, intimacy is something you take very, um you put very high value to it, or you just can't be that way with just anyone. And but for them again, it's just the difference of values and morals and maturity, which is why things could never work out with this person. Pile 2. So if this reading resonated with you, kindly like, share, subscribe, and comment below as whether this reading resonated with you or not. And if you like this reading, kindly like, share, subscribe. Sorry. And if you like this reading, kindly DM me on Instagram, or you can also mail me on heal.tarot@gmail.com. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this pile, let's see for you why things could never work out with the person you're asking about. So, first we have bravery, milk, glove. Okay. From tarot, we have the King of Cups, the Justice, and the Wheel of Fortune. First, the person you're asking about, pile 3, was your karmic partner. Okay. This was a karmic relationship which was here to teach you about healing, which was here to teach you about spiritual evolution, soul evolution. Some karmic lessons were to be learned because of this person or through this person. So they were more like a medium. Um, which was there, or which was put into your life to teach you several things, right? So take it like a karmic lessons. That's also the reason the things could not work out between you and this person also, is because you would also have to let go of certain pattern, right? um, Few of you watching this video could also be someone who got divorced, right? But there was some kind of a karmic pattern, there was some kind of pattern which had to, you need to let go of, you need to break, right? And this person could be someone who could be very emotionally manipulative, right? They could be someone who might portray themselves very empathetic, very emotional, very kind, but they were very manipulative also. You might have not realized then, but eventually you realize. That is why we have the bravery and the milk card coming in together, telling us that it was a strong step that you took to move out of this connection, to move out of this, whatever this was. Because it also seems like This person might have also, controlled you subconsciously, you know, in a sense that you may have not realized what their intentions were. Because, like I said, they portrayed themselves someone as very, very kind, very genuine, very empathetic, very loving, but it was more manipulation. It was more being, you know, for their own benefit. The milk card here shows that you have already been through your healing journey. Of course, it's not a destination, but you have since then healed yourself a lot. Pile 3, you have also grown a lot. You have also, you are also ready now. Pile 3, in the sense that you are willing to give love another chance, and you are willing to even look for marriage, or you are open for a long term relationship or marriage as well, right? There's still divine timing with the Wheel of Fortune card here. There's still some divine timing in your love life. Pile 3, if you're waiting for for love to enter your life, or you are wishing or wanting to get married, right? But the person you dealt with, pile 3, first, they were your karmic partner. You had lessons to learn with them. They were emotionally manipulative, and it took lots of courage from your side to let go of this relationship. Because you are also someone, pile 3, who would rather, if you are given a choice, you would rather always mend and heal a relationship instead of breaking it off. You're not the one to cut off people at just one minor inconvenience. You're not the one to do that. So your intention is always to heal that connection, is always to mend this connection. But something might have happened to a certain extent that even your patience took a toll on you, that even you felt that I'm done with it, I can't handle it anymore. It also seems like pile 3, this was a one-sided relationship more than two-sided. It felt like one person here was putting lots of efforts, one person here was doing all the work, while the other person was actually relying on the timing. It's more like this the person you were with were more relying on the timing, that with time things will get better, or when the right time comes I will ask your hand for marriage, or when the right time comes I will give you a commitment, or always on the lines that maybe it's not the right time, and when the right time will come things will happen, I will do that, I will promise. But those things never really happened, pile 3, for you, right? And the bravery card here is striking me again and again, and it is only telling me that it took so much guts, it took so much strength for you to move out of, this thing, to move out of this mess, basically, right? And like I said, most few of you here watching this video are the ones who moved out of an engagement, or who moved out of a marriage, right? So that needs a lot of guts, that needs a lot of courage. And you did that, and you have healed, even healed from this thing. You are also healing, but major part of you has already been healed as well, right? And an interesting thing here to note is that, pile 3, you knew the answer is not to jump into another relationship. The answer is not to meet someone else, start dating someone else, but the answer is to heal. So even when you moved out of this connection, it was not because you found someone else, or you felt that that someone else is out there waiting for me, but you knew, even when you let go of this relationship, that I need to work on myself. There are parts of me that I need to heal. There are parts of me that I myself needs to come face to face. I have to dealt with myself, and that happened, right? It was like you had option: either let time heal thing, let time make this connection work, or you take stand of you on yourself, you take your stand and you let go of it. Because again, it's like, when my good time will come, when will start things start making sense in this connection. But it never did. It never did. It was like a pattern which is being repeated, and it was time finally to, just let go of it. So things could never work out uh, with this person, pile 3, because also, for few of you, this person never gave you commitment. Like I said, they always waited for the right time, right? They always and also one more thing here has been pointed out, pile 3. Initially they might have not really felt that you are that strong. It's only when you let go of this connection they realize that, okay, pile 3 can also do this, pile 3 can also let go of this connection, let go of me. They could have also, what do we say, sucked your energy from the fact that you could never take a bold action against this person. It was even your kindness, your humble nature, which they misunderstood for weakness, and they never realized that you could take such a brave step for yourself. But you did. You proved them wrong, right? So, like I said, first, this was an emotionally manipulative person. Second, this there was some karmic lessons to be learned. Third, this person never gave you any commitment. They always, most of the time they relied on the timing. The time will heal, time will do, the right time will come. But they never really committed to you, especially for those who were seeking for commitment, who were seeking for something more substantial, right? And that is why things could not work out with you, pile 3, right? So these were the messages for you. If this reading resonated with you, kindly like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And if you wish to book a personal reading with me, kindly DM me on Instagram, or you can also mail me on healwritetarot@gmail.com. I'll see you next time. Bye.